Welcome back, guys. We are currently tied 2-2 in this series, RDU versus Stan Odachi, and the decks we have remaining are the Rogue and the Shaman from RDU up against the Druid and the Reno Lock from Stan Odachi. And I think the potential story here is two of the most popular classes, two of the most powerful classes, Shaman and Druid. RDU and Stan Odachi both have kind of a unique twist on those decks. You know, RDU didn't bring mid-range Shaman, he brought the Totem Shaman, the Wicked Witch Doctor deck, and Stan Odachi has gone with that Moonkin build of Druid. So it might come down to which of them can get a win and, you know, prove the worth of their unconventional deck here.
Yeah, the Moonkin in this matchup in particular is pretty much unplayable unless you have lethal with it because of how well the Rogue can use it against you. Pretty cool matchup. I'm still waiting on that Reno Warlock from Stan Odachi, but you'll probably see it a little bit later.
Yeah, Savit's one of the biggest fans of Reno decks I think I've ever seen in my life. I think I've watched you play more hours of Reno Lock on stream than just about any man alive. So Stan Odachi, looking at his opening hand here, the powerful Innovate Fandral opening, but nothing really to follow that up. And I think no need to get too ambitious with rushing this out. He'll be wanting to line up that Fandral into a turn where potentially a Tomb Pillager or Azure Drake is looking to be played, so he can follow it up with the Wrath afterwards.
Both hands look a little bit weak, in my opinion, at this stage. RDU does have that Tomb Pillager, and if he picks up an Auctioneer, things are going to suddenly be great. But yeah, Stan Odachi. Oh, there's the Auctioneer. That is exactly what RDU wanted to see. Because now he is kind of like secured to get that off, and he knows that Druid does not have a way to deal with a Concealed Auctioneer, so that'll be great once he gets there. And Stan Odachi, turn 2 hero power, turn 3 hero power. If you're the Druid player, that is like the worst feeling.
It's a fantastic feeling as the opponent, though, and RDU gets to be the man to develop the first minion on the board here with the Tomb Pillager, but Stan does have the immediate punish here with the Fandral Innovate Wrath, and I like the way he's played this. You know, I said it was important to get this to line up against a Pillager. If he'd have played his Fandral preemptively with the Innovate or the Coin, it would have just been punished immediately by that Shadow Strike from RDU, and he would essentially have the opportunity, if he wanted, to do the exact opposite, even prepping out the Shadow Strike and playing the Tomb Pillager to create the swing exactly the other way around. So Stan being the guy, you know, this is going slow to go fast, essentially, from Stan Odachi. He held back to have a tempo swing later.
I completely agree with you there. He would have been punished so badly by that Shadow Strike if he chose to play it earlier. Here, getting a lot of value out of it, and even though Stan Odachi's start is not looking that great, he's not completely out of it just yet. Yogg-Saron, wow.
He is. Yogg, you taunt me. I thought I'd seen the last of you in tournaments that I had to cast, and here he is, taunting me from the right-hand side of Stan Odachi's hand. We'll see whether he has an impact on this game. Of course, if you don't follow the scene too carefully, there's a recent patch which means Yogg-Saron, which was one of the most volatile cards in the game, has been adjusted so that it now stops casting spells if it kills itself or removes itself from play in another way. But RDU is going to cycle through his deck now with the Auctioneer, does have that Conceal available to him, and preparations out the wazoo, and that Abyss is a huge pickup as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that he's prepping the Abyss here. It's kind of tempting to hold on to try to find like a big Edwin for next turn too. Oh, he's playing the backstep, so I guess he wants to cycle more cards than just going to use the prep fan and his dagger. He's going to take 4 damage doing this, but he does cycle a lot more cards, so I do like it. Another prep. He could make a huge questing and a huge Edwin next turn while drawing like 5 cards.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
It seems solid indeed. So Stan Odachi, despite having the Yogg available and the mana to be able to get to him fairly quickly, you can see from the Arcane Giant in hand that he's only cast 4 spells now, including that coin that he just cast this turn. So he is potentially a long way off being able to do anything particularly destructive with that Yogg. But you see the other new addition to this deck there, the Curator picking up the 2 minions from his deck, functioning almost like a pre-nerf Ancient of Lore for him. But never mind that, RDU is about to crush some dreams this turn, Savitz.
Yeah, I think there might be some epic sax music going on in RDU's head right now. This is so nuts. He just gets a 3 mana. The Edwin is going to be something like 10-10, and the questing is also going to be What's 7-7? I'm trying to like do all the math here.
I mean, if you got that right, you are a genius. Let's find out. If this is 7-7 and 10-10,
yeah,
it's a 6-6 questing.
Yeah.
How big is the Edwin? 0 for 1 so far, Savitz. And yes, got him. All right.
All right. Well, Standard Josh is suddenly looking at the Yogg-Saron. How do I play it the fastest? How do I survive the next turn to innervate it out? Yeah. That smile from Standard Josh is like...
Just looking around like, hey,
so
Yogg,
that happened.
you can kill yourself, buddy. You'd like one twisting nether is all I need. Like, I don't mind.
Drake Living Roots is going to deal with that questing adventure here. So Standard Josh is going to live to get a... Well, is he? Oh, let me hold that thought. Now I start to look at the...
Slow your roll, Savitz.
Wait a minute.
Is he gonna
Wait
live?
a minute. There is a Leroy and a Cold Blood, but that is 10 damage
24.
With the dagger, it's 25. Wow, so RDU would be one off, so he needs to pick up another Cold Blood or an Eviscerate here.
Both preps are used as well, so no way he can like cheat out the deadly poison as well for the extra damage. So yeah, he's just going to be a little bit short here, and that means there is a window.
He could try to go for it by playing the Leroy and then the Cold Blood, and just hope that the Auctioneer draws into lethal. But if you RDU, I don't think you're too scared of the innervate the Yogg-Saron, especially because of the nerfs right now. So I really like this play, taking it a little bit slower.
Yeah, I completely agree. Picks up the Conceal as well, which is huge because Yogg cannot interact with concealed minions too well. But things like Twisting Nether are still available to him.
Every single like damage spell, such as Shadow Strike, gets directed at the Yogg-Saron instead of the 2 minions from the Rogue. So the chances of the Yogg killing itself just went up exponentially.
Yeah, I think you absolutely have to conceal here if you're RDU. You should be able to recognize in RDU's position that the only way you're losing this game is to innovate Yogg-Saron. Absolute nonsense. So conceal gives you the best possible chance, as well as just playing around any spot removal like mulch and swipe. This is a big ask, even for the old god himself.
But just looking at that Arcane Giant too, we can count from it how many spells have been casted. If this Yogg-Saron pulls Standard Dashi out of this hole, like, it's going to be the most amazing one ever, and it's going to be talked about for a long time.
All right, 7 tries. That's over. That is a 1-spell Yogg. Boom. The nerf worked, guys. Yogg is dead. See this smile? I'm happy.
I'm happy too.
Obviously, like we're not laughing at the expense of Steinadachi. Obviously, it's a miserable situation for him, but you know, it's still nice to see Yogg. 1 spell, Flame Lance to his own face. Beautiful stuff.